How's it, dudes? We're doing the daily challenge for the 10th of December on yesterday's daily, which I did do, and recorded, but I wasn't happy with the quality of the recording, so I don't think I'll be uploading now. Anyway, our score on yesterday's daily was about 31,000. We came 33rd overall. It's decent performance, but I mean, could always improve upon that one. I mean, recently we've had the 7th place one. Just for an example, the virus honestly makes me sort of want to run into enemies on this first floor just to get a bunch of evil hearts going, and then we could respawn but I don't know if that's really the smartest thing to do. If we find a room with a lot of enemies, I'll consider it, but I don't know if it's really all that worthwhile without too many enemies. Maybe don't just run into enemies right now. Apparently I don't do as I say. Apparently I don't do as I say. I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna do it, and then immediately after saying I'm not gonna do it, I just do it anyway. Please stop throwing your black orbs at me. You know what? What is this room, dude? Thank you! Okay! Wow, that was a hellish room. These guys don't do contact damage, so we can't run into those. That is a terrible room. That's like one of my least favorite rooms. I didn't even know such a room existed. But wow, why would you do that to somebody? That's just incredibly rude as far as I'm concerned. I would like a bomb so I could access this tinted rock just to get some more protection on for when we inevitably kill ourselves. If I had some more HP, I would be running into these enemies, but I decided to use the virus to take care of that room up there, and it's left us on low HP, but honestly, I don't really feel like it's that bad of a decision. It's just... Oh, it was a very annoying room. It was a very annoying room. We at least got an evil heart out of it. So it's not like we lost any, not like we're really that bad off from it either. We are also sort of looking to die at some point with Lazarus, so in my opinion, not the worst decision. You might disagree with it, but my controller has died. My controller just died. And apparently my second controller is not doing so hot on its battery either. This is very unprofessional. Very unprofessional, but let's get back into it. It's all good. I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about. I didn't notice anything. I will pick this up just because I want to be able to go into the curse room. But I'll go fight the boss first before going into the curse room. Maybe we end up killing ourselves on the curse room instead. Don't think that would be too horrible, really. I do love it when he just runs over his own flies. Makes my life so much simpler. And if he gets a bunch of these going, I'm definitely considering running into them. If I remember correctly, these guys don't actually do contact damage, but I'm not 100% confident with that one. They don't do contact damage. We can abuse the flies. Just gotta be careful, because you gotta time it with their shots, because if they do shoot you, then they will still do damage. Also, we can't just run into him because he does contact damage, unfortunately. Dude, getting him stuck over the rocks is beautiful. He can't shoot me, but I can shoot him. We'll pick up the ball of bandages, go into our curse room quickly. Unfortunately, we didn't get a bomb on this floor. We can't get into that tinted rock. Let's see what we got in here. Just another evil heart. So I'm thinking of just like killing myself on this one. Oh god, there, come back in, take the evil heart, miss our invincibility window because I didn't go far down enough on the first attempt. We have now respawned as Lazarus. We have a damage upgrade. We did lose a bunch of HP. Maybe it would have been better to lose that HP in a deal with the devil, but honestly I don't really see a problem with going as early as possible. I don't see a problem with reviving yourself as early as possible, as long as you have like some sort of defense to help you through it. I mean, we get the anemia upgrade, which is actually pretty nice early on. We can take care of a bunch of enemies that like to chase you down. We can do a bunch of damage to this Monstro, for example. Larry Jr. sort of got shit on by it as well. Also gives us the nice stats upgrade. I think it's a speed upgrade. It's not. I don't think it's a tiers upgrade, but it is a damage upgrade. So in my opinion, I think it was worthwhile. It's just making the second floor a little bit easier. But it does sort of hinder our abilities to actually pick up the deal with the devil items. Look how good anemia is against this room specifically as well. That was actually kind of beautiful. It's enough to bring a grown man to tears. Really, he gotta go in between his army of stone fatties. Ring of Flies, I mean, I do like the orbitals, just some more protection against tears seems really strong, some projectile protection. The double P. Ooh, there we go, that's sort of, thank you very much, Ball of Bandages, for blocking that shot for me. I was not really ready to dodge it. I should have been, but I sort of messed that one up. You could run into these guys, but it's a little spicy. I think I'll just like, well, I wanted to just kill most of them and then leave one alive to run into. Just so we sort of take advantage of the virus, but also not in like a dangerous way where we're probably gonna take damage from it, but I accidentally ended up killing the enemies instead, so that plan sort of went to shit pretty quickly. On this one, this room's a little bit easier. We've been fighting a lot of the same enemies in basically all of these rooms, I'm noticing. And I've already killed you on this floor, so I'm not really too worried about getting this done. You, sir, are not really too much of a problem for me. I think you're one of the bosses with a relatively easy attack pattern. Relatively easy getting out of the way. He almost got me with that sideways shot. Almost got me with that one too. Sometimes the perspective on his tears can be a little messed up, because they're trying to display height on the tears in a world where height doesn't really exist. Stem cell regen, not really that good. We'll take another puberty pill, just one puberty away from becoming an adult. As we all know, you have to go through 3 puberties to become an adult. This is just the law. Down to the next floor, Caves 1. How are we doing for boss rush time? We're a little bit slow. We are definitely a little slow, but we can definitely make up some time on this one. There's still... It's not like we're way behind schedule. It's not like it's closed off to us yet. We can still make it. Actually, I just realized we don't even have boss rush on this one, because we're only going up to Mom. So that means we actually don't need to rush. There's literally no reason to rush, so that's actually a little bit of a load off my shoulders, really. A little bit of load off my mind. I know I can just take the time to explore the floor, take the time to try and find like the scene for the most damage, the most points possible. Don't have to worry about rushing our way through some combat situations and taking some bad damage as a result. We can just chill. And yeah, I'm using the sun to take care of that first wave. It's not necessary, but I just rather not. I didn't know if I could run into those guys. Pretty sure I can't run into these guys. They do contact damage. I think there's like gooey dudes like that chase you down. Once you got them down into their like goo stage, I think you can run into them, but they ended up dying before I even touched them. So the mission sort of failed, but it's sort of a successful failure because we did still kill them. Before I play this judgment, I want to see what's in our shop. sort of the advantage of not having to rush. We can take time before making decisions. We have the time available to us to look at all the options we got on the floor before committing to anything. Which is pretty nice. If any of these spawn a turret fly, you best believe I am gonna try to run into it to get some evil hearts. I think our halo of flies killed them for me, unfortunately, making it a little bit hard to actually get in there and do damage to them. Not gonna lie, or not damage, but to just touch them. Give him the virus to get me some evil hearts. And those were the only two that spawned from these guys, so we were not given another opportunity. We missed our shot. Cricket's body, incredible item. The range down can be a little annoying sometimes, but like everything you gain out of it, the tears up, the splinter shot, just incredible stuff. I want to see what we got here. A 2 of spades, incredible stuff. I don't really care too much about the items for sale in the shop, so I think I'm rather gonna go and spend heavy on the judgment back here, just so we can maybe get an HP upgrade that allows us to take another deal with the devil if we get a deal with the devil here. Because at the moment we can only afford 1 deal with the devil. If we get another HP upgrade, then we can at least afford 2. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. If I was on the other side of him, I could have gotten the bomb out of there, but unfortunately, it would have been very tight timing trying to get behind him and then also push the bomb out. We'll definitely just use the death card to take care of this room right here. Don't like this room. Not that it's particularly hard, it's just kind of annoying. Plus their homing shots can sometimes get you if you're not paying complete attention. Our orbitals are making it very hard for me to use poison touch. I'm trying to use the poison touch, but like it's really hard when the enemies die like as I'm approaching them. You know, maybe an unpopular opinion, these codworms, I think that's what they're called. I don't think they should do contact damage. Just because you're never gonna run into them once you've already seen them, you know? So the only time they're gonna hit you with contact damage is when they pop up in front of you and you don't really have time to react. The stain's probably over here somewhere. I understand, like, for the boss being able to do contact damage, that makes sense, but for the codworms, I mean, most of the time if you're getting hit by their contact damage is because they just popped up and you didn't really have any sort of chance to get out of the way or react to it, so in my opinion, making it so that they don't do contact damage just sort of suits like how they feel in gameplay a little bit more, so that you gotta worry more about the shot they take than actually running into them. I forget what no does all the time, but I remember when I found out the first time, I was like, oh, that's pretty good, so that's why I keep no now. If we get some sort of way of getting invincibility, so we can use the virus, that'd be really cool. The half heart doesn't really matter all too much. These guys do contact damage. And I mean, this is going well so far, I think. Coming up on this boss fight, we're probably getting a deal with the devil here. I mean, no guarantees as always, but it's looking likely. Also, we are on boss rush schedule, but I don't think the boss rush door exists, or maybe it does exist and I'm thinking of Hush. But like, I could have sworn that like any sort of thing where like if you go to that floor, the bonus like boss rush objective doesn't exist, so like Hush doesn't exist if you stop at room 2, and Mega Satan doesn't exist when you stop at, or when you go all the way to the end, you know. But I might be going crazy on that one. Let's see if we can touch this guy. Unfortunately, could not. Sack Dagger, great pickup. I don't like the 7th Testament. What floor are we on? Caves 2. We should explore. I'm gonna stick with my guns and say that I'm gonna stick with my guns and say that the boss rush doesn't exist on this one. But if I'm right, that's really gonna. I mean, if I'm wrong, that's really gonna be a. It's gonna be a little bit disappointing because we're gonna miss out on the rush bonus. But I could have sworn that's how it always was. Plus, you know, taking the time to explore, sometimes it actually means you get a lot stronger and then you get so much... Dude, I'm not picking up Guillotine. I refuse. I refuse to pick up Guillotine. Last time I picked up Guillotine, it made me take, frankly, just an absurd amount of damage. So I refuse to do it again. I'm not getting the items confused again, but am I? Like, there's another item that also removes your head, but I think that one's Transcendent. And that one's the Noose. We don't have an active item, so these battery charges don't really do anything for us, but thank you for the money greed. A little bit on the low end of the... A little bit on the low end of money that he could offer us, though, so I'm a little bit disappointed by that. These guys definitely do contact damage. So gotta be a little careful for them. I don't think I talked about the mom's lipstick pickup from our boss fight. Actually, pretty good. A Fame, I mean, it's good. It's even more Evil Heart generation. But so if we can like find, I don't know, if we can find like a blunt razor or something to like activate a Fame plus give us the invincibility frame so we can run into enemies and give them poison touch, that'd be really good. Should be able to generate quite a lot of evil hearts that way. Thank you for all the money. Money we wouldn't have gotten if we had not taken the time to explore, and that's points that we wouldn't have gotten too. Luckily, we have really good range to deal with these guys, so it makes it very safe. We'll open all 3 of these. Dead Cat, incredible. It's actually an HP upgrade for once. We only have a single Guppy item so far, so Guppy isn't really looking too likely before the mom fight, but at least 1 is more than 0. So our chances have slightly improved. Plus, you know, you only need 2 red chests in theory to pay out with Guppy items to work out. So even though the chance is a little bit small, you don't need it to happen a lot. So it's still possible. I mean, you could get 2 red chests and very many subsets of runes. For example, this one we got 3. In theory, we could have gotten the whole Guppy transformation from that room, but no. Game refuses to be that nice to us, and fair enough. Fair enough, that does seem like a little bit of a tall order, and a little bit of an unlikely situation to be asking for, but I'm just gonna say thanks for my 9 lives and move on to the next floor. We are not making it to boss rush. But again, I don't think that matters because I don't think boss rush exists on this one. There's our second Guppy item. And now all of a sudden we're looking like we're very close to getting Guppy. What makes you small? Actually a very big fan of. Guppy's collar has given us eternal life with a question mark. Lemon Party, actually one of the few times I use it and it actually does something, so I'm pretty thankful about it. And just got this single poop to destroy. Never mind. In destroying the single poop, we created multiple flies that we also had to destroy. Sack dagger, making short work of these guys. Please don't shoot your black ball at me. Thank you very much. Guppy, no guppy, just the troll. Got some voids here. Okay, easy room. I don't really know what I'm focusing on at the moment. I think like the best thing we could do for our score is just to explore as much of this floor as possible.
Range down.
Range down does suck a little bit, but at least it's not a huge range down. We can still shoot at least the width of the length of the field, of the room, not the field. So it's a little. It sucks a little bit because it makes Cricket's body a little bit worse, but overall not gonna have too much of an impact on the strength of this one right here, I think. Check out our item room. I mean our shop. Could buy something good. The ladder is not really what I'm looking for. BFF is very good. Black Candle is also very good. BFF gonna make it so that orbitals are just absolutely gigantic. I don't see how we could even get hit by tiers at this point. This is not our mom fight yet, so we can go in here. Yeah, so I really don't see how we could get hit with tiers at this point. Like our biggest problem is not tiers, our biggest problem is definitely just like creep, which we've just taken care of with this active item, giving us the ability to fly. And now our biggest problem is just contact damage. Which is, I mean, it's going pretty well. If there's a self-sacrifice room, I'm considering doing it. I'm definitely considering doing it. I don't know if it's worthwhile though. I don't know if it's the right way going forward. I don't know if I want to be skipping the depths too. Scapular, thank you for blessing me. I'll just go finish up the exploration of this floor. I mean, we've missed boss rush already, so it's sad. If we just went down one room in the room we started in, would have had golden keys for this floor. Instead, we went back to see what was in that room at the very end and just got no advantage out of having these. We could look for our secret room, I guess. I think like there's two obvious candidates. It's not there, so it's probably here. And it's a super greed fight. Lazarus versus Super Greed, who wins? Place your bets now, but I mean, you've sort of seen too much of this to have much of an opinion, and that actually gives us enough money to buy more stuff from our shop. Let's see, I mean, let's give it like another reroll. We can actually use our, there we go, incredible. Sackhead is actually just so good. Sackhead, incredible item. Car battery, not really what we're looking for here. Blanky is a bunch of HP, but not exactly what I'm looking for. Trinket as blue map I actually think is worthwhile. Blue map is definitely worthwhile just to make it easier to find our secret rooms. I mean, secret rooms have been a pathway to success on quite a few dailies for me before. I mean, this is actually a pretty good one. 2 sacks and a bunch of runes. Let's see which runes we get. Got a Justice rune. Try not to pick up everything yet. We might have a Yera rune. We do not. Blank rune could be Yera. It was an AWAS. If I knew it was an AWAS, I would definitely not have used it right there. I'm gonna drop this Purple rune outside. Come in here, use the black rune to turn those into flies, and we'll pick up these items, and we'll just, I mean, might as well use this to get down to the next floor. And this is probably our final floor unless we can find something to get us further into the run. It's definitely possible, but we just sort of need it to exist. If it doesn't exist, then that's just sort of how it goes. Do we want the HP? I don't think so. Let's try for something a little bit better. Leprosy actually kind of good with BFF, I think. I don't know, I haven't seen this combination before, so I don't know if they work together, but if it works the way I think it should, then I think it could actually be pretty strong together. Because we might just get like an impenetrable defense set up around us if we ever take damage. Thank you for all the money. And the luck upgrade, I appreciate it a lot. This beggar, do we want to play this judgment? Or do we want to blow it up? I think we have a pretty good chance at the deal with the devil already, so I want to play it. But also don't want to go too low on money, because I do want to see if we can afford something in our shop still. And Dad's lost coin gives us a luck upgrade, a little bit of money, so we're at least back to 14 cents. We're close to being able to afford something in our shop again. These fat bats, man, they look like they're really exhausting themselves just trying to stay afloat. Gasping harder than I do when I have to walk up a flight of stairs. And yeah, okay, so we found both our shop and our item room connected to the same room. Let's hope for something good. Let's hope for something good. It's Pop. I think Pop could be insane, and we're definitely gonna pick up Humbling Bundle. I thought maybe it gave us a I thought maybe it would give us something for picking it up. It does not. Makes sense as well. That's fair. I don't know how good Pop really is, but it is definitely very cool. And with Cricket's body, we're quickly filling up the screen with a bunch of shots. I think it's going to be better against enemies that like to chase us down, because they'll run into the eyeballs floating around and then just keep splitting them up, doing more damage to themselves and everything. We got Monstro here. I think Pop has definitely reduced our damage output a little bit, just because a lot of our tiers aren't hitting, but I think overall it does look a lot cooler. It definitely looks a lot cooler, so I think it's worth it. And I think that's like our first bit of damage we've taken in like a few floors. Maybe since the first floor. That can't be right, but I can't really remember other times we took damage. So I think our damage penalty on this one is gonna be pretty good, but I think considering how good the defensive items have been on this one, I think everybody's damage penalty is gonna be pretty low on this one. Unless other people just didn't take the same stuff I did for some bizarre reason. I don't know, the scores I saw in the daily were of people who died, but it was only like 27 minutes into the daily existing, so a lot of people probably didn't finish yet. I think the right side of the floor is gonna be the right way to go, so I want to check out the left side first. Just so we don't have to backtrack as much. We're gonna go this way anyway at some point. And honestly, we could probably just use Sack Dagger to kill these enemies a lot quicker than we can with our tiers, and I honestly don't think it's even that unsafe, because we have such a wide array of orbitals around us that it's going to be hard for anything to really hit us. Oh, almost didn't see that guy there. I tried to touch him. And give him the virus, but it did not work. Thank you for the money. Oh, that guy is invincible until we kill the rest of the room, of course. Dude, Sack Dagger is so strong with BFF. I basically just insta-gibs any enemy that we come across. A lot of HP on that one, not really too useful for us, unfortunately. Addicted, no thank you. Infested, I'll take you though. And these brains are deceased, not really putting up too much of a challenge for us. And Mom is gonna die very quickly. Sack Dagger just killing her incredibly fast. We don't have a way of getting down to the next floor, so this is looking like it's gonna be our final score, which is very disappointing. It is very disappointing. I don't know, pick up dark matter, maybe it does something, but there wasn't really anything left for us to use on this floor, so that's just it. There wasn't a self-sacrifice room or anything. Only a score of 16,000. Our damage penalty very low though, at only 1,200. Time penalty very low as well. At the moment we are ranked first. Let's see if other people have completed the daily yet. But I couldn't really find anything to get us further down. But it seems like at the moment a lot of people have already finished, and we're still at the top. So I'm thinking there might be a way to get down further into this one. But if there is, at least other people haven't found it either. I mean, there's at least 20 people that have finished, and nobody has found a way to get further down than us. So that's gonna do it for this one. Thanks for watching. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And yeah, we'll see you next time, dudes. Bye bye.